Good! Whenever you're watching this, ladies and gentlemen, it is the 25th of 6th, 2017, and welcome to the news! Put that in your computer, and it will shit its pants. The footage you are seeing is of BeamNG Drive from a recent Loki livestream. All this time of the Steam sale, I will be covering games that are very cheap on Steam during the Steam sale, so you can see games. So you've got any requests, fling them at me at Twitter, and then I'll be streaming them every day. But we're going to do the news now, because that's what we're here for. First bit of news, Steam sale on. There's a sticker album that you can fill in if you do whatever the fuck it is you do with this. Remember when Steam sales used to have, like, daily deals? I know they got rid of this because of the refund system, but it used to be, you'd go on, and then for 24 hours they'd have a set of insane deals, and the next 24 hours they'd have another set. Now it's like, everything's just on sale. I've not bought anything. I just don't buy anything anymore. But apparently more people do buy things because they go on their wish list. I feel like it's killed the fun. And they've got, oh, but it's a sticker book. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about sticker books. I don't give a shit about achievements. Don't give a fucking shit about trading cards. They're all complete waste of fucking time. The only time anyone has ever said anything positive about trading cards, they always say the same thing. Yeah, but you can sell them for money. Yeah, like 4p. Like, that's all people go, oh, I've got a trading card, 4p in the back pocket. It's more effort to just bother to put them in the thing and go, I'm selling this. I should sell all mine for £1,000 and people think they're special magic trading cards or something. But anyway, yeah, you can sell trading cards and I don't fucking know, there's a sticker book and whatever. Steam sale, nobody gives a shit. Let's get on to the breaking news. As of the time that I'm recording this, Open4 has received an update. The big GTA 5 modding tool has actually received an update. Rockstar released a statement saying that they've had a word with Take-Two. They put a thing on their website saying single-player mods are totally allowed as long as they don't violate these rules. Which, okay, one of them is don't impinge IP rights and stuff, but most people do that. Did I say impinge? I like the word impinge. It's not a real word, but I like impinge. Everybody say it, impinge. Great fun. Infringe, that's the word. Infringe IP rights, which most mods do. But they're back in the whole horse thing. And the best thing that they announced was that they're in talks with the Open4 developers, which is the thing that I said that they should have done from the fecking beginning. They're talking to the modders. If they're going, oh, we care about the creators stuff, they've actually now, basically, they went, here's our statement for damage control, and everybody just kept fucking that game over. And that was great, because the Steam sale really helped here. Because, collectively, everybody managed to get that game from, what the fuck, what is it now? I swear it's like overwhelmingly negative and mixed. Let me just check, because I don't want to report fake news. I'm not literally everything else. Let's have, ooh, say 50% on it. Oh, I don't want to buy it, it's a mixed game. Yeah, overwhelmingly negative. 12% of the last 30-day reviews are positive, and only 63% score. Okie dokie. Yeah, so they shout on the point of sale. Everybody shout on the place where they're going to sell the game. At 50% off sales, I think that's one of the biggest sales that they've ever had on PC. So, oh god, even the fucking shark cards are on sale, aren't they? Ah, dear. Yeah, the big one is only £36. Fucking waste of money. But anyway, everybody absolutely shat on it at the point of sale. No petition. Petitions do fuck all. Shitting on the Steam store page just before a sale. Oh, worked fantastically. So, Rockstar had to back down and genuinely make a statement. And now is genuinely doing the right thing. Hooray. I'll give it... I mean, you'll probably know a little bit more about this. This is the nature of doing the news video one day early. But you will know more about this at this point. So that seems that most likely I'm going to be lifting the whole Take-Two ban thing because they've sorted it out and they haven't fucked over the Open4 people and it looks like modding is back on the table. Hooray! Huzzah! We did it! We did, genuinely. That's how we now... It's what the best thing is that that's a really big studio to fuck with. So if this shit happens, that's how we do it. Attack the point of sale. Especially attack the point of sale before a sale. Always a good thing. Well done, everybody. You fixed a problem. You complained about something on the internet so hard it actually fixed it. It worked for the first time in history. Hey. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. But Open4 has updated and Scripthooked has updated. So, yeah. Mods back on the table. Ooh, we're gonna watch this situation develop. Speaking of Steam and Valve, we've seen the new prototype. Actually, it's been, I think the full design has been revealed now, of the next VR controllers for the HTC Vive, and they look fucking cool. They're called Knuckle Controllers, and they sort of, they're kind of the same thing. They're sort of the same sort of stick thing you hold, but they've got like a strap around them, and it's like babbing. So basically, you can let go of them, and they're still in your hand. So they get attached to your hand. The thing that they have, so they've got the trigger at the back, and then they've got all the buttons at the top, the trackpad and all that sort of thing. What's really rather beautiful about them is it also has 3 sensors in, like, along the, let's call it the shaft. No giggling at the back, we'll call it the shaft. They have 3 sensors along the shaft, don't we all? They have 3 sensors along the shaft that detect the middle ring and pinky finger. So you now have a trigger at the back for the index finger, you've got the trackpad and buttons on the stuff at the top for the thumb, and those 3 detectors. So you actually have independent finger control in a game. That's cool. That's more immersion. That's a nice upgrade to the thing. Yes! Big tick. Very excited. They're being sent out now, sort of prototype versions to developers and stuff. Very excited to see what games come from these. That just seems like another wonderful step towards glorious VR immersion. And speaking of glorious VR immersion, do you like Star Trek VR but hate people? Well. Now, you don't have to deal with them anymore. Because Star Trek Bridge Crew has added voice control. Now, if you're playing with AI people, you can hold down an orders button and you then get to say a thing and the AI will do it. And normally, that's quite shit, because the voice detection isn't very good. What it does, I've had a look into it, and it seems that it's using an online tech, so much in the way that you're sort of your Google, etc., where you do, and your Alexa, I think it's Alexa, whatever those things I don't understand, live in your house and listen to you all the time. Not children, the other one, the things that then do stuff, like the opposite of children. The like Amazon thing, do the Amazon stuff, and it goes doing the Amazon stuff. That never works out what your voice is saying. It takes your voice sample, fucks it off the internet, throws it in a supercomputer, and kicks that result, and then does it really quickly. That's how these work. That's how Star Trek Bridge Crew is doing it. So if you accept the terms and conditions, it fucks it off to the Watson AI, and then the Watson AI goes, "Oh, you meant this," then fucks that instruction back, and then your AI crew member will do that thing. I've not tested this yet, but I'm very excited, because if I can get rid of some of the fucking idiots that I've played with online, I love that game, but people are slow. People, like, I'll be perfectly honest, that is one of the best communities online right now, Star Trek Bridge Crew. Genuinely, if I play in that game, I've never had any problems with anyone, but there are some people in that game who aren't up to the Federation standard, that's all I'm saying. So I'll be interested. I think I will do a separate video on this. I will be doing one at some point with Total Biscuit if I can fucking nail him down for free. Nail him. I don't charge. He doesn't charge. If I could nail. Stop talking about nailing Total Biscuit down. Okay. If I can get some. If we can get free time, me and Total Biscuit and some other people, we're definitely going to be doing a stream of that at some point. I'm excited. But yeah, we need some single player stuff. And the problem with single player is you have to sort of take over from the things. You have to be like, you fuck off, and I'm gonna need to do this very more specific thing. The talking control AI control thing may be better, or it might be absolute shite. We'll see. That's what we'll just have to see. But that's a cool thing, and I'm excited to try it out. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go to this story, because this story made me giggle. The Detroit Become Human. It's actually called Detroit Become Human. I thought it was just called Detroit. Anyway, David Cage's next game. You know that hack, David Cage, who made Heavy Rain, Fahrenheit, and that terrible Beyond Two Souls. The Twitter account for his next game did a bad. It did a bit of a bad. It tweeted one of those memes that I've heard so much. I don't know this. They tweeted a thing that said, when you wake up, a tweet, that's the one. When you wake up and Detroit Become Human is still a PS4 exclusive and you're still an Xbox owner. And then it had a gif of something that said face dilemmas or something. Ha! Hilarious! But that really apparently fucked off some Sony reps and that's vanished off the... Like, you will have noticed that any time Sony or Microsoft do something, they're very, on their social network feeds, they're very nice to each other. When they launch the Scorpio, the PlayStation account will be there going, hey, congrats on the launch. Whoa. And they'll go, oh, thanks. Whoa. Because that's, people buy more games, you know. Less of the whole console war thing that we all survived just about through back in the Dizay. I just said Dizay, didn't I? It doesn't matter. But yeah, this was just a stupid tweet, and it was immediately destroyed and stuff. But I wanted to bring it up for one reason, because that's the most coherent thing David Cage has ever written, or been involved with it anyway. I assume David Cage wrote it. He was like, yes, fuck you, PlayStation fans. Xbox fans, like he'd fucking know. Have you seen the fucking plot of some of his games? Oh, I'm passing out and drawing, I'm building fucking origami things and putting them everywhere. Oh, what's that plot line? It's a red herring. We'll never mention it again. Yay! Fuck you, David Cage. I just don't get memes. I tell you what, though, I do understand. I do understand that if you follow the official Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter page, you're gonna see some serious shit. Because I don't know, I don't know what's going on with the official Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter page, but if you ever, it's just fucking weird. It's like Adult Swim's running it. That's the sort of level that I feel of it is. Maybe a little try hard, a little bit too weird, but it's weird and it's enjoyable because most games are like, our game's coming out on these platforms, and they're like, oh, who's excited? Here's a GIF, and they're just like, right, it's a picture of Sonic really deformed, going, bleh, and saying chimichangas. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. I feel like I let people down. When people go, oh, here's the thing! I'm like, I don't know what that thing is. And they're like, oh. Oh. Anyway, Beyond Good and Evil 2 has had its first in-engine demo. Now, they've showed off the tech that's making up Beyond Good and Evil 2, and piss in my pocket, it looks fucking insane. So they've shown off players, they've shown off ships, they've shown off planets and stuff, so when they were like, it's day zero of development, their tech tools are pretty fucking solid. They've built a lot of backbone to this, and basically you can fuck around. There's only like, it's like one solar system, I believe. But it's got full cities on it and stuff, and you can go down in all the cities and piss around, and the scale is absolutely insane. It's just huge and wonderful and glorious, and I'll link in the description a video of it, but you'll be able to see, like, it's got the whole fuck off out of planet and then land again, but it doesn't do the whole No Man's Sky thing, where you can only see about 2 feet in front of you. You actually can see a distance, and they feel like planets, even when they're quite low. Although they don't get super low in the demo, I don't believe. But, yeah, Mike Lancel's talking about his engine. He genuinely believes in that game. And when you've got a game that's high concept but someone genuinely believes in, and they've got a history of doing good shit, then I'm ever so slightly confident that this might be a good thing. Possibly. The fact they're showing this tech off so early in gameplay footage and saying this is what you're going to be doing is great. It looks like actually they're trying to genuinely dispel No Man's Sky vibes from the start, which is a great thing to do. Is there multiplayer? Is there not? Nobody knows. There isn't. Anyway, that's a good thing. Speaking of literally nothing, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. We've been talking about it a fair bit. I've done a stream on it recently where somebody snuck up from behind and shot me in the back of the head, and literally the entire stream shot their pants. It was a beautiful moment because it scared the shit. I jumped so hard it made Rebecca jump, and everyone in the chat just freaked the fuck out. It's a beautiful moment. They have made $100 million selling that game in 13 weeks, and kudos to them, because they're not taking that money and going, bye. They are still updating and still adding things. They were talking recently that they had, they've got a new map coming out, and some of the buildings in it had 50 floors before they, like, tweak and change it. Like, that's, literally, right, you could have a PlayerUnknown's Battleground map that was just a building. Right, you've got a building of, like, your 50 floors with all the things scattered, and everybody starts on, like, a random floor or whatever, or, like, make the floors quite wide and long and stuff. Make it, like, sort of like a big, like, hotel kind of thing. Like a Vegas hotel, like an abandoned Vegas, I don't fucking know, just a big sort of wide but also really tall building. And then fling everyone around that, and then just have, I don't know, have some design, like the top collapsing, or the bottoms, it's on fire! Yeah, have it on fire at the bottom, going, ooh, and the fire's going up, and everybody's getting squished towards the top. You know, you just push everyone across and up, and that'll be cool. Like, everyone just gets eventually onto the same floor, because you want to keep that pushing everyone together gameplay that makes that game so fucking great fun, and so fucking pants-shittingly, terrifyingly good. You want to have that. Blah. So, that would be a really cool level. That would be a really neat sort of level design. Because it would fit, you could fit that with the aesthetic quite easily, and then you just have a bit of a view outside. You don't need to ever go outside. If you jump out, you've died. It's a quite simple thing to do. So you have just a lot of. Oh, you could also have, like, actually, if you had like a lip around the side of the building on each floor, then people could be sneaking around the outside and being very careful. You could have fights on the side. You could be trying. Somebody's holding themselves in like in a room with, like, they've got they're just, they're trained on the door. You might be able to go around the windows and shoot them from the side. Or wait there for the fire to rise, and then eventually they'll have to run up. Like, have several sets of staircases per thing. It sounds great. Like, staircases have become really fucking terrifying. You want to go up too many floors at a time. It sounds, yeah, I mean, but you'd hear gunshots of people going, oh man, that's the mode that I want in PlayerUnknown's Battleground. I want to have this big, I mean, have 100 floors, you've got 100 people, have this big building, and everyone's just in this one big building. So it's a bit more of a tighter focused one, but it's still, you have the, you have the everybody being forced up to the top. That'd be nice. That'd be cool. I'm down with that. I mean, you could have, what other reasons could you have? I don't know, you could literally have an, that's what you'd want. Instead of just being a firing thing, you want something a bit more controlled, and you want it to feel, because that game's very controlled with the bombing and the squishing everyone together. You'd want the elevator doors to always be closed, apart from, the elevator, because that'll tell you the floor. Okay, good. Here's how it works. Developers of PlayerUnknown's Battleground. The elevator will be showing, like, it'll be floor, like, 0 or whatever. Inside all the elevators are poisonous, deadly gas machines, or whatever the hell you decide to put in them. And then, so above the elevator where you've got what floor it's on, so it's on floor 1 at the bottom, you know you're safe if you're on floor 5 or whatever. But eventually you'll see that number just ticking up, and as it ticks up, the doors open on that floor, and that floor then gets fogged with the deadly, deadly gas of deadly, deadly death. That's cool. That would be a neat little thing. And then you could have the, it gradually, as then the elevator goes up. So it wipes the floor out and then goes up. So you actually have a little, like, icon that you can check on the maps. But of course, they'll be in the center of the maps. The elevators probably be 4 elevators in the center, because that's how buildings tend to work. So you would then have, or maybe one on each side, I don't know. But you'd have to check how everything's going and how dead you are. You'd have to go to these middle bits, and some people would contest those middle bits more. And the staircases. Some people would hold up in rooms, but all the items are in rooms. Ah! I've just got really excited for a thing that doesn't exist. Oh well. Oh man, I was genuinely, then I was like, yeah, oh, that doesn't exist. I was literally like, well, after this I'm gonna go play that. But oh well, they've sold 4 million copies. Super impressive. Absolutely super impressive. It's a great fun game. I can't wait to see it get better. If you add that idea, feel free to add it. It's totally free. You can have that idea. I'm not charging for that idea. It's super cool. Anyway, let's get on. The next bit of news is a little bit interesting. Angela Merkel is going to be opening Gamescom 2017. Now, I've been having this, a lot of people don't really like Gamescom. They say it gets quite busy. But I've had this discussion of when did games become mainstream. I've been having this discussion largely with myself, as that's what I do. I've been writing things. And I think, Angela Merkel opening Gamescom is a big deal. I mean, games are mainstream. Trying to find the point when games went, boom, games are mainstream is quite difficult. Because I don't think it ever happened. I think games the young people who were playing games became older people who then started talking about games, and then games were there. I mean, there are a few cultural moments that definitely cemented in the mind, and I would argue that one of the biggest of those was Lara Croft. Because Lara Croft definitely pushed games towards the mainstream more than, say, Mario. I mean, like, Mario was a big deal, but I feel like Lara Croft was a big deal outside of games. Like, it's kind of like if Mario was... What's a good example? Mario is Stone Cold Steve Austin, but Lara Croft is The Rock. And as much as you can go, oh, Stone Cold Steve Austin was way better, The Rock has done way more outside of wrestling, dude. Like, he's gone into the... He's the mainstream. He's gone, and he's pushed out there, and he's pulled back in there, and... it's great. But yeah, anyway, that's a thing. Angela Merkel's opening Gamescom. Games are mainstream. Just thought it was an interesting thing. I just actually wanted to do that for joke. We've had a fucking... Oh, God. I've had this... I don't know how to put this. You know when a reveal trailer makes you go, oh, it's like that GIF, not the GIF, the moment. Don't say GIF, you fucking idiot. I've been researching internet culture. What's a GIF? It's not a GIF as well. If you think it's a GIF, you can go castrate yourself. That's a bit harsh. I don't actually give a shit. But for comedic purposes, I seriously do. What was I talking about? Yeah, it's the Fry, it's the Death by Snoozy bit with the smile, frown, smile, frown. I get that from some trailers. Sega Forever has just launched. And Sega Forever is they're basically remaking their old games on mobile, but getting like old stuff, and I think they're even doing like Saturn games and stuff on mobile. No, sorry, and it's free. but it's ad supported, and you can buy the games and then get no ads. So there's no microtransactions, but it's on mobile with horrible controls. It's just a bit of a mess. It's free. It's out. You can get a hold of it. It's got ads. The games are all completely free with ads. So literally, I don't think there's any microtransactions. I'm not seeing anything like that in it. But you could disable the ads on a game for £2. It's £1.99. It's £2 per game. You basically can get that game for £2. The downside, now there's only like 5 games on it at the moment, but the big downside of it is that the games are fucking terribly emulated. They are trash. Genuinely, like I don't know what my fucking phone is. What are you? You're a Samsung. It doesn't say on the back. Oh. It's got weird squares all over it. Oh, that's my minion phone case. I don't like phones. I'd like to grip. Modern phone design is hot. I can't hold the fucking things. I have to put a case on it. And I like big, gaudy, awkward cases because they're easier to hold. It's a Samsung Blum Bum. It's not that old. It's like something. I don't fucking know. But it can't touch the fucking things. It doesn't, it's just a horrible, stuttery mess. I mean, like Ashens was saying about this, he's got an iPhone 7, which I know that because he said it in the video. And he's had a horrible, stuttery mess with them as well. They are literally, they're barely playable. They're really just barely playable things. It's such a disappointment. They've built all the games in Unity for some reason. They've ported them into Unity, which I find really fucking weird. But that's so, eventually I assume Sega Forever is going to come along to PC or whatever. You'll be able to get your Sega Forever application or executable or Steam game, whatever the fuck they want to release it. But then you'll be able to play them on your PC. On your PC, they might actually fucking work, although I doubt it because they're running really goddamn slow. Phones are ridiculously overpowered, like seriously fucking overpowered. But yeah, it's a good idea in there somewhere, but it's terrible. And to be perfectly honest, the best way to legally buy Sega games is just buy them off Steam. Only a couple of quid, and then you get that really nice little emulator room thing, and you get all access to workshop mods and stuff. They really genuinely did a really good job of releasing their old games on Steam, and they're reasonably priced. Unlike some other companies that I care to mention, cough Nintendo, cough, with your fucking £7 release of Super Mario, you people. Anyway, that was the terrible Sega thing. We had a bit of an update on Crackdown 3's destruction. Now we finally, because Crackdown 3 was announced and it showed off loads of buildings falling over. And you could destroy every building in the open world. You can level the entire city. And I went, bollocks! There's no fucking way that's ever going to happen. And it literally, at E3 2015, I think it was, go back to the videos where I was talking about that, because I would have gone, bollocks! That's never going to happen. Because it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. It was never going to happen. They're like, using the magic of the cloud and I'm like, no, because you can't say it's going to be like everybody gets 4 Xboxes worth of destruction, because that's, 10 of it was a ridiculous amount, because then you're just spending so much fucking money on that game for every person playing it. We've had now some clarification of that destruction, because in the trailer in 2017, where they threw Terry Crews at you to distract you from the fact there was no destruction, there was no destruction. There was not a single shot of destruction in that entire game. That entire trailer, not one. If you've got the ability to level a fucking building, have that page 1, front 1, yes, there, bosh. But they didn't have it. What they've now announced is that the destruction is multiplayer only. It is only in the multiplayer, and it's only on these smaller little maps. It is not in the full game. It is not in the single player. It's still like fully destructible skyscrapers, but it's in smaller, confined battle maps. It is not in the actual game. The actual single player will have light destruction, I believe they call it. Like, it's got a little bit of destruction. But yeah, you're actually having the destruction of multiple buildings. I mean, it makes sense to only do it in the multiplayer, because if you've got 10 people connected, you only have to do, you're using 10 spare Xboxes, 10 people. It's better. But the destruction isn't going to be in the single player. It's a mess. Like that game's gone poof and just fallen off of my radar, which was expected, because I just didn't think they were ever going to do that. And they're not. Although they are in the multiplayer, which makes sense. But it's only a small thing, and it's not the full city. So it's even less impressive than they shut off. But, 50, 20 years down the line, maybe we'll actually have... I said 15, not 50. Maybe we'll actually have that sort of destruction. Or the computer that I built... Does anyone else do this? Fuck it, we all do this. Do you just go on, like, one of those computer building websites, you just, like, build a computer and then look at the price and go, oh, fuck. I do that. I've recently found out that you can get 128 gigabytes of RAM now glued in the machine at once. My first reaction was, I don't need 128 gigabytes of RAM. But if I buy a new computer, I'm going to put 128 gigabytes of RAM in it. Although, to be perfectly honest, Premiere Pro can now use like the full 64 that I got on my machine, which is fucking nice for rendering. And it's sweet. Just I never have to. It's nice. It's really good. 128. I'll be like, yeah, fuck it, let's do that shit. Stick that shit in there, man. What, 2 Titan XPs? Yeah, fuck them, throw them in. What, 15 CPUs? Yeah, fuck it, let's see. 4 terabyte solid state drives for $1.50 grand? Throw them in. Oh god, I could so do with it. I've got to upgrade my hard drives. Anyway, that's not a... I keep a backup of every video I've ever made. I keep it back up locally and I keep it back up online. And it's now... Oh fuck, I can literally tell you the exact number. Oh fuck. 4.3 terabytes. 4.3 terabytes I've got backed up. That's... Literally, I've got a 4.54 terabyte hard drive, so a 5 terabyte hard drive. That's not great. I need big hard drives, fucking make them soon. Anyway, Crackdown's poo. Some good news that I slightly missed. It happened just as I finished recording last week. IO Interactive, the Hitman developers, now are an independent studio and they have full control of Hitman IP. So Hitman isn't going to be flung off to the lowest bidder. They've gone independent and they bought it themselves, which is very nice. They've also changed some of the Hitman stuff. Like the way the episodic stuff has all pretty much gone. They're just going to release in the game as a lump sum sort of thing by the look of it. They've killed the DRM that was on it as well. I don't know if they've killed the online connection necessity. I hope they do, because that's one of the things that really put me off that game. But anyway, they've done some good shit. They've done some good shit there, so well done. Well done, you guys. Keep surviving. I would like to see them leave the thing that they were doing with the episodic shit and the replay the levels 15 times over shit and actually give us a larger selection of smaller, more interesting levels like we've had previously. And that would be easier to do for them if they for the foreseeable future, because big ones are harder. But you know, well done them for surviving. And we'll end on the fan-fucking-tastic news that Cook Serve Delicious 2 has been announced. I recently played Cook Serve Delicious on a stream, and much fun and crying was had. And that's coming out August 24th. You know, we're going to be seeing the release date on August the 24th, and it's going to be like £12 or something. Yeah, $12, so even less than £12. And the first game's probably going to have a shittingly large discount during this sale. Cook Serve Delicious is such a great game. It's one of those games that is way better than it has any right to be. Having a sequel for that is seriously good news. I'm glad it's done really well. The first one done really well to get a second one. Apparently it's got like lots of multiplayer options and shit that they've added as well. So that's fun. Anyway, that's the news. Hope you enjoyed listening to me talk while watching a little bit of car destruction in the background. I will see you all next week for the news. And every other day for videos and streams. And sometimes on Twitter. Oh my god, I share too much of my life.